Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to another top 5 episode. I wasn't actually intending to do another top 5 episode of the same thing as I done last week, which is top 5 most broke tanks in the game. Now, last week I also wasn't intending to do the top 5 most broke premium tanks in the game. It was actually just the top 5 most broke tanks in the game. But after I completed the video, I uploaded it to YouTube, didn't release it yet. I looked at it and I thought every single tank is a premium tank. So I thought, you know what, why not? I'll do another episode with just tech tree tanks. So this video is the top 5 most broke premium tanks in the game, and we're going to start off with the Black Prince. Now, the Black Prince got buffed a while ago. I don't think it needed to get buffed, but they buffed its DPM and it's got around 3000 DPM now. It's absolutely insane. With the armor to go with it, I mean 3.3 seconds reload is absolutely insane, especially when you're top tier. Now, number 4 on my list, and the reason that I was originally going to put this as number 5 and the Black Prince at number 4, but I did decide to change it around and put, you know what, I'll put this at number 4 instead of number 5, because playing this tank, the VK36H, is just crazy. Wargaming buffed it a couple of updates ago. They buffed the armor of it at the same time as they buffed the Tiger 2. It's insane. It really is insane. And the reason why this is number 4 and not number 5 is because it's tier 6, so you're going to be coming up against tier 5s, and tier 5s is where you will find all the newish players, and they just have no freaking idea how to deal with this tank. Now, this battle here, we went down to almost a one-shot straight away within 2 minutes of the game, but since we've been a one-shot, we've blocked 610 damage, and we're going to block some more from this last remaining Firefly, the Wi-Fi Firefly, who is the same tier. It's the same tier as me. He's a good tank. It's not a bad tank. And I mean, I'm a one-shot and he's not going to be able to penetrate me. He was almost full hit points. You just face hug. I mean, you can penetrate this tank. All you got to do is load the gold and you will penetrate. But people just don't know how to penetrate it. And because of that, it's just insane. The gun's pretty good, the speed's pretty good, but the armor is just amazing. So that is why that is now coming at my number 4. Now, number 3, 2 and 1 are all, believe it or not, tier 10 tanks, but at number 3 it's definitely the E3. The E3 is an absolute monster. It's a beast. It really is a beast. Since Wargaming gave it more speed, I mean, this used to be one of the worst tanks in tier 10 because it just was so freaking slow. Any medium, any heavy could get behind you and you are screwed. But now Wargaming have gave it that speed. It's a lot harder to get around. I mean, medium tanks, of course, can get around it and circle it, but you are faster than heavies. You are faster than Jaegeroos, E100, you're faster than these tanks, and you have that amazing armor to go with that speed. Now, I mean, what, 35 kilometers an hour or something like that this goes with that armor. It is just insane. Now, this tank, the best thing about this tank is the hatch. People think the hatch is a weak spot, but it's not. It's the most trollest spot on the entire tank, and so many people shoot that hatch because they think it's weak, and you've got like 1 in, or maybe 2 or 3 chance in 10 to actually penetrate it. It is penetrable, you can penetrate it, but it's very difficult to penetrate. And this is the kind of hatch that I want on the E4. The E4 don't have as much armor as the E3, and it does have a turret, but the E4 for me now is just too weak. After playing the E3 and the E3's speed buff, the E4 is just too weak because the hatch is easily penable. So coming at number 3 is the E3. Number 2, I've said it for quite some time, is the IS-4. The IS-4 is just an all-round beast. It's got good speed, it's got a good gun, it's got great armor. It's got a great turret, troll sides, everything about the tank is just OP. They nerfed it back in the day because it had more front armor and it had less front armor and more side armor, but they gave it more front armor and less side armor. So they didn't want it as a side scraping tank, they wanted it as a brawling tank. They wanted the tank to be up close and personal, so they nerfed the side armor so you couldn't really side scrape. But it's changed nothing. It has changed nothing. You can still side scrape like an absolute beast in this tank, and you've got the front armor now to go with it. You've got the DPM, you've got the speed, you've got the turret armor as well. Go face hug this thing. It's almost impossible to penetrate unless you're a skilled player. Then you'll know how to do it. But if you're an average player and you come face hugging one of these, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 9 out of 10 times, maybe even 10 out of 10 times. You are absolutely gonna lose. It's a really enjoyable tank. I definitely don't want to see it nerfed, and I'm not doing these videos to nerf the tanks. I'm just showing you guys that if you don't know that how good these tanks are, go get the tanks. It's nothing about Wargaming nerf these tanks. I own all of these tanks. I don't want them nerfed. I love playing all of these tanks, so I want you to enjoy that as well. That's the main reason of doing these series, is not to get them nerfed. Same as the premium, the OP premium tanks. It's not to get them nerfed, or it's to get them sold. And it's not just, I'm not doing Wargaming a favour like, guys, this is OP, go buy the tank. It's, I want to do you guys a favour. And a lot of people now are complaining in Blitz that it's just not fun anymore. And to be honest, I'm not having half as much fun now than I used to. But go play these tanks and you will start having fun again, because they are really, really enjoyable tanks to play, especially the IS-4. It's very popular in tournament play, very popular in like Twisted Cup, etc., just because how OP it is. And I've said in videos before that this tank is OP, and I've done a video last time, is the IS-4 too overpowered? And I honestly think it is, but the IS-4, if you're a new player and you're just starting off, definitely I would recommend the IS-4. Even if they nerfed it a little bit, the IS-4 is definitely the perfect heavy to start off, because it allows you to make mistakes. Whereas the IS-7 doesn't, because of the pike nose, you can't really learn too much in the IS-7. You can't really side scrape because you've got a pike nose. Where this, you can do everything. You can go hold down, side scrape, face hug, everything. So that is why the IS-4 is number 2. Obviously, coming at number 1 is the Fache 155. And this battle, we are going to watch Sudu, Mugu, whatever his name is, Sodu. And I thought I did my own footage on the Fache, but then I got sent this, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to add this in the replay. And if you guys don't think that this is OP, then there really is something wrong with you. Wargaming gave it an autoloader a few updates ago. They gave it an autoloader, and it's got the same gun as the normal gun before they gave it an autoloader, but it has 2 shells in it, and each shell is 7 seconds. So you've got around 14 seconds reload for the whole shell as well. Now, if you play the normal gun, it has about 14 or 13 second reload just to reload 1 shell. Whereas this, you're going to reload after 14 seconds, but 2 shells. So you can shoot once, then you haven't got to wait that 14 seconds. You've got to wait 7. And it does 650, 700, and up to 800 damage per shot. If you can get that HE off, like now, he's going to get behind a grill. And it's just crazy. Full health, full hit point grill, boom, 1 shot, 900 damage. He's going to wait 7 seconds later, and he's going to shoot the grill again, and it's gone. It's gone. In 7 seconds, the grill's gone. And he's on 1800 damage. So it's not just about the gun on this tank. Look how quick the tank is. Look how quick the traverse is. The aim time is okay. The accuracy is okay. Pretty good, actually. The speed is very good. Even the armor is just too good. The armor on this thing is too good. And all that put together, it's just a broke tank. It's not even OP, it's broke. Same as the IS-4. I do honestly think that the IS-4 is broke. I don't think that they're going to nerf the IS-4. The only way they'd nerf the IS-4, I think, is because they want to change the meta. I mean, at the moment, it is a lot of IS-4s, it's a lot of Faches. So I think the only way they would nerf the IS-4 is if Wargaming want to change the meta and maybe make it an E5 meta or even back to an IS-7 meta like it used to be. And whereas the Fache, I'm surprised they haven't nerfed it yet. I really am surprised they haven't nerfed it yet. I've never received so many OP replays since this tank has got that buff. I'm getting like one a week of this tank, of 8,000 plus damage in this tank. It's absolutely crazy, but it's enjoyable to watch. It's enjoyable to watch. It's enjoyable to play. It's a great, great fun tank. And if you haven't got this tank yet, if you're near the tank, I would definitely recommend getting this tank. Now, we're going to watch the rest of this battle. It's a 2 versus 5, and Sodu is already on 5.5k damage, and he's full hit points. He hasn't lost a single hit point yet. However, there is a fail tune on the enemy team, and he does take out that Tiger 2 to bring it down to a 2-on-4. Now, there's 2 tanks that are a one-shot, and now there is an IS-7 that has flanked around. He has shot him. You can get penetrated. I mean, if they shoot gold, they can penetrate your front. And then you could do things like that. Nice full ammo rack on the IS-7. Almost full ammo rack on the IS-7. And that's why I never recommend getting the IS-7 for your first tank, because it's probably, if not, the most ammo rack tank in the entire game. It has to be. It has to be. People start side scraping, thinking that they are showing their big armor and you can't pen them. But when they side scrape, what a lot of people don't understand is you are showing your pike nose, and that is where your ammo rack is. Now, I would love the IS-7 a lot more if that is not where the ammo rack is, because you would just not get ammo rack half as much as you do now. So finally, 1 shot left. He's going to reload after 1 second. He's going to use the HE. The HE is pretty good on this tank as well, and he clears the E100 for his 5th kill. So that battle, 8,700 damage. Yes, he gets the ammo rack, but still, without that ammo rack, it's still 7,000 damage, and he hardly loses a single hit point. So that is my top 5 most broke tech tree tanks in the game. If you haven't got any of them tanks, they all are definitely worth getting and having fun in them. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.